Welcome. Welcome back to the Good Morning Show. The time now is 6:59. Our top story this morning is school safety. This time tomorrow, thousands of students will head back to the class for the first day of school. Keeping kids safe is always top of mind for parents and a top priority for school districts. Right now, we are joined live by Mike Ritchie, Guilford County Schools Assistant Superintendent of School Safety and Emergency Management. With the safety on the minds, the district does a big rollout tomorrow with the body scanners in all middle schools. The test run, Mike, happened during the open house. How did things go?
Things went fairly well. The main purpose of running them out on the open houses is so the kids can see what they look like, the parents can see what they look like, so that we're not worried about them when we get in there the first day, and so we can hit the ground running.
And then what reminders do you have for students going through them for the first time tomorrow? Is there anything out of the ordinary that might set them off?
Certainly. So the main thing is with these scanners is just be patient, listen to the staff in the school, and follow their directions. Everything will go very smoothly. And by the second week of school, you'll barely notice they're there. They really don't look much different than walking through one of the scanners as you're leaving Target or Walmart.
So one thing too, we talk about traffic all the time, right? And it gets slowed down during the start of school, and then we finally get the rhythm of how school goes. Do you feel like it's kind of the same thing with these body scanners?
It is, and I'm glad you brought up traffic, because that's another one of our concerns for the opening day of school, is just reminding everybody throughout the county that traffic will be backed up. It's one of these things that happens. Our parents love to take kids to the first day of school, and who would want to deprive a parent of that privilege? So please keep that in mind as well. That's another big issue.
Yeah, really good advice. So let's move to campus security. There's a big push to build new schools that are enclosed. But right now, as we know, a lot of current campuses are spread out with multiple units. So how does the district work to keep those campuses secure?
So every school has a plan. They submit it to us, we review it, we take a look at it with them, and we assess the schools. And so the school staffs are prepared for the safety at their locations. Without getting too much into it, one of the things that we're looking for this deferred maintenance funds from the $1.7 billion bond that the voters passed is that we do look to increase safety at every school. Every school in the district will be touched in one way or another, whether it is the addition of cameras, building a new secure vestibule, or really just making sure that every teacher has access to everything they need for their classroom personally to be safe. That's going to happen for every classroom. So we're really excited about these new schools because they'll give us that show of what the rest of the schools will look like.
Yeah, and it takes time, right? It just takes time. Well, we dealt also with a lot of social media posts and even hoax threats over the years. So what's best for students and parents when it comes to reporting any concerns?
Thank you for that question. One of the major things is to see something and say something. But if you see something, say it to an administrator or a law enforcement official, not your Facebook friends, not your social media. Don't repost it, because as that happens, that really makes any kind of threat harder for us to investigate, harder for us to get a handle on. So the key is find that trusted adult in your school, and this is for all safety. We are the safest when we trust our staff, and when we find that trusted adult for a child to report things to. So create that relationship, because the relationships are what will keep us the safest. So again, see something, say something, but to a trusted adult within the school system or within law enforcement.
I love that advice. We've also seen a lot of fights at schools. It's not abnormal, right? So how do SROs play a factor in preventing this? And how does our community also play a role in stopping any violence?
So obviously we are a microcosm of our community. Our kids see what they see in our community, and then they bring it to school. So the number one thing we can do as a community is really join together and push against violence. And there's a number of ways. This would be a whole nother interview to get into how we can do that. But the main thing is set that example, talk to your children about how to resolve issues with others and not jumping to violence. Now the SROs play a great role along with our staff, the teachers and principals, in creating those relationships. SROs are not typically on school for enforcement. That's not their main purpose. Their main purpose is to set that example and to build a relationship with children to prevent the fights from ever occurring.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us this morning, Mike. good luck on that new school year. I know it's going to be a little bit, right? Monday's going to be tough, but we can get through it. I believe in you guys.
I know we're excited about it. It'll be a great school year, and we can't wait to see the kids come back to class.
Thank you.
Thank you.